Good morning, everybody. This is Zach with the BLM, and we're going to be talking about trailer safety today. So a lot of times when we go taking our vehicles out into the desert to play, we want to know how to hook those up correctly. So we're going to talk about trailer chains, trailer hitches, and then we'll go back and talk about some other areas on a trailer where a fire could potentially start. But the first thing we want to talk about are trailer chains, right? So these are trailer safety chains, and these are used in the event that the hitch comes off of the ball, and these will actually catch the trailer for us and keep it connected to the vehicle, so we don't just have a trailer rolling down the road unattended. But hooking these up is very important. So some people will just wrap them around right here, let them sit. They're not going to be able to do their job if they're sitting on top of the hitch like this, so on top of the trailer. So we need to have them hooked up. And the proper way to do that is to connect them in opposite directions, like this and like this, so that they're crossed. This way, if this comes detached, it can be caught in this little bit of slack area right here. So you do want to have some slack, but sometimes there's too much slack and these are dragging on the ground. And a real quick and easy way to shorten those is to just twist the trailer chains until they get shorter. So you can twist them just like that, and now they're even shorter. All right, everybody, so if we're going to properly maintain our trailers, we need to look at two very important things. The first is going to be tires, and making sure that our tires aren't dry rotted and properly inflated. So just looking at this tire here, you can see that it doesn't seem to have any cracks in the sides. It's got good tread. The tread's not delaminating from the body of the tire, and it appears to be properly inflated. So in the event that we needed to use this spare tire to put onto the trailer, we would want this to be in good condition so that we didn't have a blowout and then possibly have metal on metal contact either down here or with the road surface. Okay, so that's going to be tires, and then we're going to talk about bearings. So part of proper trailer maintenance is making sure that our bearings are greased. And the reason this is important is that inside this axle there's quite a bit of friction that's created by the spinning of the tire. So inside of the axle there are bearings, little needle bearings that spin around, and they're packed in grease. And eventually what happens is that grease dries out and no longer provides the lubrication needed for the tire to spin on the axle. So we want to take the cap off right here, and that's how we can see that there's grease in here. And indeed there is grease in here. If there weren't grease, we would take this to a mechanic and they would properly pull the hub off and grease the bearings inside of there. While we're down here, we can make sure that our lug nuts are all connected properly and tightened. One of these backing off could cause the others to back off, the tire to become unbalanced, and you could have a catastrophic failure here at the axle. So we want to make sure that the bearings are greased so that the wheel doesn't seize and that the tire doesn't stop moving and cause a blowout.